Good afternoon. 4.5 minutes to 4, which means preamble. Who can I tempt in from sunny spaces, gardens, balconies and windows? Italy, I can tempt you. Northumberland. Hello. Welcome back. Indeed. We have Gosport in again. Gosport clearly has nothing better to do. Wales. Good afternoon everyone. Come on in, the doors are open. It's our last snack of the day, which gives us 30 minutes of additional movement time, assuming you've been moving in between. It's very sunny, haven't? Yep. If you're joining us for the first time, if you've tuned in, or let me say quickly, if you are YouTubers coming on after, it's Wednesday the 8th of April, and this is the 4 p.m. movement snack. If that's not the one you're after, scroll back down the playlist. So this is where we just get everyone in and settled, get excited about the next 10-ish minutes, and I think that's going to be about in 3 minutes time we will commence the snack. Movement snack number 3. 10 minutes of movement waiting for you. It's 4 p.m. Usually a bit slow to cajole you in. Come on. Lots of cooking going on today, which means there's going to be followed by lots of eating as well, I guess. I guess they come pretty much hand in hand, or hand to mouth, whichever way you look at it. Last couple of minutes, and then we're going to go. Getting ready to stretch, get your coordination head on. Hello Maddie, did your delivery arrive? Have you put it away? Vivian's come in for a gardening, for a brew, and come in for the snack, yeah. Cup of tea and a snack, movement snack. Okay, we're dished half of your buns. Okay, you're giving your buns away to your neighbours. Buns on the doorstep, okay. Hello everyone, it's lovely to see you. Let's 30-second countdown and then we're going to get going on this last movement snack today. Today is Wednesday. Counting down. It did. So Maddie's delivery arrived with wine. Very good. This is good news. Somerset are in. Hello Somerset. Okay, should we do it? Ready, steady? Ooh, George, Scotland's just snuck in by a nose again. Should we do it? Okay, 3, 2, 1. Hello Ireland. Just caught the end of the preamble. 3, 2, 1, again. Good afternoon, my name is Bex Townley. It's Wednesday the 8th of April. This is movement snack number 3, our last 10 minutes of today, which gives us 30 minutes of additional movement time in the benefits bag. So in these afternoon sessions, you would have come to see that they take a different focus to the other two. We're going to finish with some stretch, but start with our usual circulation boosting and then have a look at some slow, calming, 3-dimensional movements. Pick your position, sit or stand. If you know what's coming, please make a start. If you're new for the first time, I will always go through the critical points here. So standing posture first, here we go. External support if you need. Something that's an appropriate height for you, which means kind of hip height, so you can lift and stand a little bit taller without concern, but with confidence. We start with our circulation boosting, which is start to march with a little bit more lift through the posture, open the chest, head is centre, and then once you're marching, consider how you're marching. And by that I mean we're trying to optimise ankle, feet and toes, so really picking up the toes first. If I turn sideways so you can see, I'm peeling the heels first and placing the feet down. We could march like this, where we might have a similar effect for our circulation, but I want to optimise movement through feet and toes. That's what we're after. Arm come in when you're ready, single or double, depending how much support you need. Let them do their thing, and then again, be mindful. Are you lifted and open? Have you got a little bit more backward press through the elbow? Keep going, standing group. In a chair position, hip walk forward if you can to about centre. This means your posture muscles are doing the work, they're active and not the back of the chair. We too are going to commence with circulation boosting march, driving up through the floor and ankles first. Steady pace, the right pace is your pace. If that's not a good start point for you or a good part of the body to move first, we can bring in the upper body as the first point. 1 or 2 arms, and then options are to bring together. Stay lifted and focus on that backward squeeze on the elbow here. As and when you feel you can, bring those together. But if it all goes a bit wrong with the coordination, stop and build it up again. So you might want to focus on upper and lower separately, whatever is right for you. And it will just come over time, no problem. At the end of our little circ boost, so this is going to be about a minute and a bit, take a pause, stand tall or sit tall, and you probably feel you need to take a deeper breath. This is usual, this is what we want. Many of you have been out in the garden active anyway, so if you don't need that breath, that's okay, but if you have been fairly sedentary this afternoon, that level of movement may cause you to just take a deeper breath. Just before we move into the main part of the snack, just a few more shoulder rolls back and down, and of course you can crowbar these in at any point in your day, just to reset that open lifted posture. 3 or 4 of those, and then take a pause. A little bit more ankle always, please. So if you're in seated, either the slide action here, toes forward and back like so, 3, 4, 5 on one foot, same on the other, or you may prefer this option, which is the same as our standing option. So a little bit more ankle activation, because we're going to need them for what's going to come. Okay, I think we're ready to go. Yesterday I mentioned the 2 words pelvic floor. So I'm going to ask you to consider the pelvic floor. This is the bladder control muscle plus, and we're just going to give that a few squeezes throughout this afternoon. See if you can connect with your pelvic floor. Something else to think about. All right, so we've been doing our slow 3-dimensional movements. A, because they're calming, and B, what we're trying to do here is be more mindful of how we move. And in context of daily life, we need to move lots of body parts at the same time. So when you're ready, just pick this up. It's either double arm here, or you might prefer to stay on the alternating single arms. This is all on a really strong, confident stand or seated posture. Keep going with that. In seated, it's the same. Lift and open. So I've opened up the shoulders, little squeeze through the upper back. This isn't high, this is all under shoulder height. And I'm looking to bring in wrists as well. As and when you feel you can, we're going to bring in a slow head turn. And what we're trying to do here is be aware that all of these things are moving at the same time. Keep going with that. If you're in stand, we can add something onto this. We're going to add the knee bend, small knee bend. This is very small. It's like a little hinge. The heels stay on the floor. So we have this and this. If you're going to try the head turning stand, put your hand on first so that you have the turn, the stand, the turn, and the stand. And then you can change arms. As and when you feel you can, we can just lift the fingertips off the table, keep it really low, and you can put them down at any time. Just try and string a few of those together. If you want to add the weight shift in seated, you can. So we keep both buttocks on the seat, but we just shift the weight a little bit from left to right. So this is where we say these three-dimensional movements. I've got a sway, I've got an arm, and I've got a head. And in life, we need to do lots of these things. Here we can focus, be more mindful of how we're moving, and it feels a little bit more calming, perhaps, than daily life. Okay, how was that? We were moving on to, we started another arm sequence on that, but before we do that, if you're in stand or you're sit, just give your glutes a squeeze, so give your buttocks a squeeze. When you're sat down, you can see you get a little bit of lift on that. That won't happen when you're stand, you'll get kind of a bit of a clench going on. And just have a think, can you separate your glute squeezes, your buttock squeezes with your pelvic floor? So when I squeeze my pelvic floor, nothing moves. When I squeeze my buttocks, I get this lift because my backside muscles are contracting. Just be aware of that. Just a few squeezes and releases of the pelvic floor. Can you find it? Can you think about where that is? Just I'm going to leave that thought in your head for now. Let's move on. Let's do one more movement. Let's go back to our arm sequence that we've been having a go at. Whether you're in sit or stand, we're going to come a bit closer. Okay, let's work through the workup. Diagonal corners of the trunk. And we start to move round one place. And then once we've got that in place, you can start to make that a little bit more fluid. And then once you've got that in place, you can start to come away from the trunk and make it a little bit more fluid and circular still. How's that? Same in sit, exactly the same in sit. Slower, 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 slower. If you've mastered the arms, if you're happy with that, just stay with it. Keep lifted, slow, low shoulders, not too high. Can you go the other way? And now let's add a bit of a body sway on that. So in the seat, that's foot slightly forward, and this time we're going to shift forwards and back. My feet are flat, my heels are down, and now we pick it up again. Can I bring that in? And in stand, it's the same. Slight split stance position, one leg slightly forward. If you want to leave one hand behind, you'll only be able to do one of those arms, but that's okay, because then we can change sides. We can go here if you need to. So that's how we do both arms with support. See how you go. Bringing it together is here. Shift. Okay, keep going with that. Have a think about that. We're going to come back to that tomorrow, but we're going to finish now with our stretches. Last part of the movement snack is a big old stretch. So chest stretch, sit or stand, you choose. Lift and open, slide the hands back and round, sit them on the side here, or turn it round here, and there's the chest stretch. Hold in this position. Make sure the shoulders stay down and low and the head is relaxed, that it's just coming from the stretch here across the front. So this opens up the posture, helps with breathing, helps with balance and standing. And slowly release. If you can't get your hands all the way around, that's okay, you don't need to. You can just take the squeeze there. Slow count, 8 to 12 seconds, a little bit longer, up to 20 on this one if you feel you can. And move out of that stretch slowly. If it's challenging to maintain that position for those 12-20 seconds, it's okay just to release, have a little pit stop, and then come in again. Just do a few more in shorter durations. Okay, back and thigh stretch. Everyone's seated for this one. If you know the standing option and you're confident with that, go ahead with it. I'm not going to show it here. So we're sat, we're slightly forward, we're going to extend the leg out. Here's the checks. Foot is relaxed, knee is a little bit unlocked. This foot, heel is flat on the floor. Now lift a little bit taller, and as you lift out the hips, you may start to feel the stretch already. So just wait to feel, is the stretch there? If the stretch is there, stay there. This is the hold. This stretch is really going to help with all activities related to walking, step, longer stride, getting on shoes and socks. So the longer here generally, the better. When I say that, 20, 30 seconds, maybe a little bit more. If you feel you can get a little bit more stretch, again, slowly moving, slow, 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 we just ease the whole trunk forward a little bit here. And then you might increase the stretch and then slowly come out of these positions, slowly step in, change legs. Same on the other leg, straighten the leg first or extend the leg. Here's the checks, the foot's released, it's not flexed back, just release it. It may be more comfortable for it to be flat on the floor, really depends. If it's flat on the floor, the knee will already be bent. So see how you go with that, it really depends. Lift out, unlock the knee, and then can you feel it? If not, ease into it. Now a stretch finds the stretch and then stays there, hold it there. If you feel you can squeeze a little bit more, do so. If your muscle starts to shake or tremble, this is shake or tremble, you've gone a little bit too far, so come out slowly. And again, release. In sit or stand, let's just take head still, shoulders released, just take the fingertips towards the shoulder, ease up to a point that's comfortable for you. In stand, it's just here, or you may want to lean on something for balance. Here's the longer part of the stretch here, so a good 8-12 seconds here. Now if you feel you can, go for the reach. Reach just for a moment, and then it comes back out on this one. So we only stay up on that one a couple of seconds. Let's go again, show you in sit, take the bend, ease it up, support the arm if you need to, or you can walk it over, head is still, no head position change. Hold on to the chair now, take the reach. If you can't reach up, you can reach forwards instead. Reach and squeeze, lifting out of here. Or you can take 2 arms forward on a squeeze, whichever you prefer, and relax. Calf stretch to finish. Take the leg out to extend again. Here's the seated option. Have a look at the foot. Trunk stays lifted this time. Pull the toe back. There's the stretch, and you'll feel this on the back of the lower leg. Holding that, again, you may need to break that one down into smaller sets, but looking to build on that one. 12, 20 seconds, a little bit more. Same on the other leg. And here's the standing option. Taking up some support. I'll show you this way. Ball of the foot first, and then lower that heel into position, and then lift up and stretch through the front of this hip. So there's 2 stretches, one here and one in the calf. If you can't feel the calf stretch, you may want to take a bit further back on there, or ease slightly forward, but then you're going to get more bend on the front. So make sure this front knee stays behind the toe and the heel stays down on the floor. Release slowly, the leg. Down, down, down. Heel stays down on the front leg, lift up taller, keep using support if you need, or if you're in seated, we're just flexing the toe back. Slowly release. Relax, that's it, movement snack done. Sorry, it's a bit longer that one, over-egged it. Okay, that's it, 30 minutes, probably 35 actually, in the movement snack bag. So we've accumulated, I did write it down, almost looking at my chart, 90 minutes this week. Here's the chart, look. Here's the chart to see how we're doing. It's my motivational chart. I need a visual, helps me understand where I am in the world. All right, I'll see you tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. for the morning snack. Thank you very much. Keep on moving. Every minute counts. Have a good evening, folks. Bye bye.